Hello and welcome to BF.TCG episode number 2 where I explain the different card types of the card game. So, on the first card type we have is the creature card type. You can see if it's a creature, you can see the purple and the bluish background color. It has a name, the rarity, the type of the creature, the attack, and the defense. So this is the most basic creature card that you can see or you most likely use in your deck. Now we have the second card type, sorry, not second card type. We have just the iteration of a creature card type. So this one is the non-effect creature card. This one is the effect creature card where you can see that they have effect box, of course. So if you can see this act keyword on the effect box, that means this effect can only be used once in a battle. It cannot be used anymore once it is used. And as you can also notice that there are two types for this Mr. Potato, but this one has only one. This will come in a more detailed explanation on the Cradle card type. And so these two are like your most basic card types that is included in the first expansion set. But in the future, I'm thinking of adding more different unique card types, like how Yu-Gi-Oh does it. They have like synchro, exceeds, but in this card game, you can only have one unique card type, card creature type on your deck, so you can't bring like exceeds and synchro at the same time. So you can only like, so I have an example here. So this card is part of the small expansion Valentine set. This card is what we call a split creature card. So you can see the split creature here at the bottom. Let me zoom in. So you can see the split creature at the bottom. So this creature can be played in two ways. I will give a detailed explanation on the split cards once I discuss the Valentine set. Okay, I think that's good. Now going to the second card type, we have the Cradle card. So the Cradle card is the brown colored cards. It has a name, it has a type, rarity, capacity, and effect. But some of the Cradle card doesn't have an effect. Of course, those are the most basic ones. So if you can see, each Cradle card that has a type, that means it can host a creature. Um, this is your primary way of summoning your creature in order to defeat your enemy. So the type of Cradle card must be the same type as your creature in order to summon them. So if it, of course, if it's not the same type, then you cannot summon them. Um, and as well, so you only have to take note of the Cradle type, the capacity, and if it has an effect. The capacity is very unique. This icon here is structure card, but I'll discuss it later. So there's also another Cradle card type. We have the this Cradle card doesn't have a type, so that means it cannot host, or it cannot, you cannot put a creature on top of it. But you can see here at the capacity, it has a capacity of 2, and this icon is spell cards, so that means you can put 2 spell cards on top of this Cradle. And we even have this one. It also doesn't have a type, but you can put 2 item cards on this um, Cradle. I will explain spell and item cards later after explaining Cradle cards. There is also a unique Cradle card that can host a creature, a item, and a structure. So it depends on the power level of the Cradle card. Cradle cards can even host like a creature, item, spell, structure, and even have an effect. So that is just, of course, the future where if the game like improves, of course, stronger cards will come out. But there's gonna be some ways to balance it. That yeah. So now, going to the next card type, we have the item cards. So item cards are denoted by the treasure pouch. So item cards is very simple. It just has an effect box and the item icon. So another unique effect is the dotted effect. This means that a player can only choose one of this effect to use if you will use this card. Okay, and another item card is we have the equip card. So if you see the equip on the item card, that means the effect is continuous. If you, of course, if the condition is met on the effect, it procs every turn. So you have to equip this card on either a creature or a cradle. So it doesn't, you can put this on after putting it in a item cradle card, let's say stack of boxes. You put stack of boxes on your field. You put Cupid's arrow on top of the stack of boxes, and then on your next turn, which you can only use item cards on the next turn after you placed it. So after on your next turn, you can equip this uh this item onto any of your available cradle card. So you just have to host it first, and then you can distribute it to any other cradle cards. Okay, so Ego Waffle doesn't have a equip. Cupid Harrow has. That means this is continuous. This is one time only. And as you, if you can see as well, Cupid Arrow takes up two capacity on your cradle card. So stack of boxes can host two. That means you can only put one Cupid's bow and arrow on top of this cradle, and it is max capacity. So you also have to take note of that. Okay, next card type we have Cell Crop. So Cell Crop, this card type is spell cards. So you can see spell cards are denoted by this symbol. So make sure you take note of that. And spell cards are very easy. You just have like the icon and the effect box. So for spell cards, you can only activate one spell card from your hand per turn. So this can be either on your turn, or can be on enemy turn as a response to your enemy. So if you say you activated a spell card from your hand on your turn to boost you, that means on your enemy's turn you cannot respond from your hand. But if you put a spell card on a cradle card like the one I showed you, Punishing Cauldron, if you put your spell here, that means the next turn after you put your spell, you can activate your spell for free. So I'll give you a scenario. If you put two Cell Crop on Punishing Cauldron, the next turn you can use your Cell Crop on your turn or as a response to your enemy's attack. So that means you can activate two spell card from Punishing Cauldron and then plus one from your hand. So you can activate three spell cards on any phase, on any turn, as of course as long as the effect will grant it. So that is the spell card. Okay, last spell card type we have the structure card. So structure card are the bridge or like the connector to your cradle cards. So this structure card is denoted by the house icon, and it has the effect add plant type on cradle card. So let's say we'll go back to our cradle card here. So let's say Rosy Road can only have a normal type and a fire type, but you want to use this cradle card for your plant type. So you put garden fence on top of Rosy Road because Rosy Road has a capacity of one structure card. Now Rosy Road can host normal, can host fire, and can host plant, or any combination of the three. So that is the power of the structure card. So structure card doesn't only have this simple effect, it can even give buffs, give debuffs, give certain effects. If placed on certain Credo cards or if placed on certain positions, so you have to be smart on those structure cards. So a little review. So we have creature cards, we have Credo cards, we have item cards, we have spell cards, and we have structure cards. So those 5 card types are what you can expect on BF.TCG. I hope this video has been entertaining, and if you are still here on the end of the video, I thank you for watching. And if you're interested in learning more of this game, I will show more stuff in the future episodes. So like, subscribe, follow. I don't know, just if you want to support me, I will be glad. I'll see you guys next time. This is Mr. Potato. Bye.